Hey everybody, I am Husky Light. Thank you for stopping by. Namaste. Um, I have got two dreams to share with you that I had. One was 3 years ago, and the other one was around a year and a half ago. And I have deliberated about whether I should tell you, whether the last week I have been like, nah, not doing it, not telling you. Because I didn't understand the entire, I hadn't had all the answers to the dreams. There were certain aspects of it I was like, well, I still don't know what that means. And I've been asking spirit like all week, like, if you want me to put these out, you need to tell me, you need to help me understand, and give me the answers as to exactly what it meant. And I got the answers. I got them. Up until yesterday, I was like, no, I've got them. I had the downloads this morning, early this morning. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning here at the moment. I'm not usually doing things this early in the morning at all. So here goes. I'm going to tell you the dreams factually, how they came through, without dissecting them, and then I will go into the meaning of them, what they meant to me, what spirit told me they meant, and the message that they're trying to get out to you. So the first dream, that was about 3 years ago, I was, and these dreams were extremely vivid, extremely almost lucid. I was literally on another parallel. I was literally, it was very, very real. So I was with President Trump in what looked like just a big empty hall, room, ballroom, like a big empty ballroom. And we were stood in the middle, in the centre of this empty ballroom, and we had a little conversation. And I do not know what the conversation was. I didn't hear it, but we had a little conversation. He kissed me. We had a kiss. And then he pointed over to the side of the room. And then he left through another door. So he was giving me instructions to do something. So I looked to the side of the room, and there was tiny little Christmas trees. And as I looked around the room, there was little Christmas trees throughout the entire room, all the way around the edges. There was hundreds of them. And I think the conversation was, go switch the lights on. So it was my job then, and I started at the beginning, and I was turning on the power, turning them on to each little Christmas tree, and each little Christmas tree lit up with white Christmas lights. They weren't multicoloured. They were just little white twinkly lights on each tree, and I went round the room switching on each one at a time. That was the first dream. So that was about 3 years ago. The second dream that I had about a year and a half ago, I did share it on Telegram, I think, with a group that I was in back then. The second one was, I'm just going to tell you and go into it. So I was in a car with Trump. He was driving, so he was in control, driving the car. I think it was a limousine. It was a very expensive car. I could see the walnut trim Inside it, I could see the leather seats, black. I could see the dashboard. It was very, very a car that you would expect him to drive. So we were driving around a city, and it was all very. At one point, we drove around. We turned left into a street, and there was a car on fire in front of us, which was sideways across the street. It was literally blocking off that street, and it was on fire. I didn't see any people at any point in this dream, other people. We just knew that, like, the city was in chaos, the city was destroyed. And as we turned left and we saw the car, he throws it into reverse. We back out, and at this point, he hands me a fur coat, and he said, "It's time to put this on." So I'm in the passenger seat. I put this fur coat on, and it has a green glow. It's glowing green. The next scene in this particular dream was we went through some huge, enormous double doors, and we were in like a banquet hall or an extremely large restaurant. There was a celebration. We sat down at a table. We were chatting away to other people. Again, I don't know what the conversations were. But the feeling of it was a celebration. It was a gathering of people, and we were eating, celebrating, everything else. Then we walked to the back of this place, this room, and we were stood, both of us, in front of the most enormous windows I've ever seen, and we were looking down at the city, and it was like a scene from a Batman movie. Below us was just a scene of carnage and cars on fire and buildings falling down and buildings burning, and again, I couldn't see any people. It was just, we were looking down on what looked like the world falling apart. And that was it. That was the end of that dream. So, I say I've spent, since I decided I was going to come back on YouTube, I'm like, I don't completely understand all of that message, but I do now. I'm going to put my glasses on though, because I have written notes as soon as it came to me. So when I got the answers to this, when we were looking out, so obviously in the first dream, if we go to the first dream, then that is helping to awaken other souls, or being a part of, as I'm going around lighting the little Christmas trees, it's a part of, and I think this also doesn't just apply to me, it applies to everybody who has gone through the awakening process, who is going through the awakening process, that in the grand scheme of things, on a large scale, you are helping to wake up other people. So all these little lights that were being switched on was myself and you. As you awaken, it's like that domino effect. It sets off all these other little lights, which are other souls, so they awaken. So that was easy enough. I knew that one with the first dream. It was the second dream that I was having a problem with. So basically with the second dream, there is chaos going on in the world. There is disasters. There is a pole shift going on. There, we are changing from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. We are going from one era to another. We're in a reset. We are changing, and we have got the pole shift. We have got natural weather events that are happening. We've got fires. We've got flooding. We've got everything. We've got the political scene. We've got all of these changes that are happening that would happen with moving into the age of Aquarius, that are natural things that we are going through, as you would expect to go through with a change of era. As the old is dropping away and the new is coming in, we expect that. But at the same time as all that is happening, we have got man-made weather manipulation. We've got man-made from the dark side. We have got things coming in which are trying to push it, trying to expand it, trying to make it worse. And we've got all of that coming in as well. At the same time, standing at the top of a tower, whichever tower that was within that building, looking down, we have to look at this from a 360-degree view, from a higher viewpoint, from our soul's perspective, and understand that what we're experiencing on a human level is not what is necessarily happening from a soul level. We're evolving, we're ascending, even though it doesn't look like it from the human level. We are. It also told me that the green in the fur coat is the heart chakra. So at this point, we are all now, again, not me. This is a collective dream. I should have had more coffee before I did this. We're going into our heart. The only way we can, nobody, it doesn't matter who wins. Trump was stood there watching with me, and to me, he was watching the devastation, and he was not stepping forward and doing anything about it. He was watching it. So maybe from a human level, he cannot stop everything that's going to happen. He cannot change everything that's going to happen. He can only look at it as I could look at it, from a soul point of view, from that higher perspective there. Christ is within us. There isn't an outside Christ. There isn't an outside, on this human level, saviour. That was the crux of it. There isn't. Christ is within us, and we just have to look at everything from a Christ point of view, from it being within, from him being within us, being a part of that. The heart chakra as well is associated with green. So that green coat that was put on was, you are protected, you're safe, but you have to look at everything through your heart, through the heart chakra. It's about empathy, compassion, love, all of that. It's the heart chakra is feminine energy. It governs all your relationships. It governs self-love. Learning that you can't find love outside of yourself without first having that love within yourself. If we look at the heart chakra is also connected to the moon, and it's also connected to Venus. So all we have, we have 12 chakras, but we look at the chakras, they're also connected to planets as well, which I think I'll do in a separate video. But if you look at the planets, I've got things written down, sorry if I'm looking down, and I have to wear my glasses now as well. So Venus, feminine energy, beauty, pleasure, passion, and finding all of that within us as we move through these chaotic times, as we move through the disasters and the world falling apart as we knew it, as we move forward. The moon is fluidity. It is growth. It's being receptive to your own feelings, to the feelings of others, and it's healing. The heart chakra and the moon are healing. It reflects our emotional intelligence as humans, and this was the whole message of that coming through, that no matter what is going on, and Christ is within. And we are here. We chose to be here. We came here to remember who we are, that we're spirit having a human experience. We got the lucky golden chocolate ticket. Did you see that behind me then? Just over there, an orb, or there was something, I'll have to look at the video, something just, I'm sure it was a little light orb or something. Awesome. So anyway, it's about being in the present moment. It's about just completely having self-love for yourself, having compassion, helping other people where you can. We cannot stand by and watch other people's who are caught up in disasters, etc. If you are there, or you're near, or it's a neighbour, or it's a friend, you're going to help. Of course you are, because that's what we do. We're going to help as much as we can. But I also think that the celebration in the ballroom before we got to the window to watch the chaos outside is to find joy within yourself, no matter what is going on as well, to find that little slice of happiness within yourself, because by doing that you're raising your own vibration, you're spreading that vibration to other people that are around you, and you are trying to, if everybody can keep themselves as uplifted as they can, no matter what we're seeing, no matter what we're hearing outside. I know that when Trump came into power last time, I predicted it completely, without a shadow of a doubt. I said it out loud on YouTube, and I said, yep, he's going to be the next president, by the way. This time I don't actually know, because I'm not being told. I'm not, I don't have that information. I know that there is extreme shenanigans, extreme chaos ahead. It's either going to be cancelled, there's going to be some sort of delay, there's going to be a load of shenanigans. He is or he isn't going to get in. But the whole point of the dreams was to go within, to be happy with it. They're not going to fix it. Whoever is there, his heart's in the right place. He's going to do everything he can, because he has Christ within him as well, and he's obviously awakened spiritually. But it doesn't matter. Things that have to happen are going to happen as we move from one era into the other. As we now, I'm pretty sure we're either right on the cusp or we're in the age of Aquarius now, and that means change. That means upheaving and leaving behind the old systems, the old guard, as we move into new times. And we have to stay centered within ourselves. We have to be the observer. We have to just watch. But at the same time, being centered and being balanced within us. So I think in another video, I'll go into the planets and the chakras and how they relate to each other. But the main message of this was Christ is within you. It's not outside of you. Nobody is coming to rescue us. There isn't a big ship that's going to take us off planet. The chosen ones. This is nothing like. We chose to be here. We chose to be here to help how we can, to uplift how we can, to bring out love and compassion and joy in others where we can, to help where we can, not to play the victim and want to be rescued. We are our own rescuers. So that was the main gist of all that, is to keep your balance as we move forward to whatever we're going to see, to no matter what is going on outside of ourselves. What matters is our families, our friends, our loved ones, within our own monad soul group. That's who we look out for first and foremost. You cannot run on empty trying to help others. You can't. If you've got no energy to give anybody else, because you haven't got the energy that you yourself anymore. So look at everything, try and be the observer, look at everything from a 360 degree perspective. Namaste. I hope that helped it just to calm everybody, because we are going through so much, all of us, on one level or another. Just stay in the centre. All right then. I will speak to you later. Namaste.